Welcome back to Tidbits and Tea. I did not record myself drawing this morning. But as I pull back, I don't know if you can see this. I want you to see this, the eyes, the nose, mouth. I want you to see this. One full big face. When I come in close, you're not going to see it as much. You may see eyes here, the nose, the mouth here. Sometimes when I get a different perspective, or even turn the camera on, I see different things, so it's good to pull back, see the bigger view. Someone's head. Someone is really, really in their head is what I get from that. I was drawn this morning. I had crows to the south and the north and the southwest. So there's a lot of things happening. Fulfillment of the wishes are possible, depending on the actions taken and the reasoning behind the actions. Property can be obtained, whether it be a relationship or some actual physical property. However, proper decisions must be made, is what I'm getting. I haven't quite titled this one yet, but I kind of want to call it Real Love, but I'm not sure yet. I've gone back and forth on that. See, I'm even getting more just sitting here. I can see things that I didn't see when I had the video camera off. So, I guess you see this big face right here. I'm not sure if this and this guy are the same, but it's possible. If you look, he's laying across this woman right here. He's crossing her, he's laying over her, possibly protecting her from this woman here, or at least maybe holding her back. You see him here sitting on her left shoulder. It's a burden for him. He's sitting this way, and then he's sitting this way. This is more in the warrior stance. Sorry, I just gave him a big mustache there. Probably should have kept that lighter. I'll fix that here in a bit. You can see it a little bit better. So there's a lot going on over here. Let's start in the middle. The focal point is this gentleman here. Seems to be with his mother, possibly on a walk, possibly talking, but they're definitely standing together talking. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to readjust the camera because I needed to have both hands because I keep seeing things. This is a very complex picture. And I'll probably do an after step on this one too, but so she is talking to him. She's in his ear. He is deep in thought. This person is this person. This person is this person. And this person has, this woman, at least I think it's a woman, seems to be a woman, has so much going on in her head that it's hard to even see her. But part of the reason it's hard to see her is he's covering her. I'm not sure if he is protecting her or if he is protecting her from her. That's a big possibility too. This is possibly these two down here, or this is another man or woman that this woman is talking to. This is this woman. My gut is this is another mother-in-law or a father figure. Can't really tell because it's so small. That's standing, well, see, she's standing in her feminine ego and fear, and she can't assimilate the new ideas of something and change. So this was probably two mothers, whether it's a mother-in-law or stepmother or something of that nature, or it's him and she's discussing with him if he leaves one and goes to the other, what that's going to look like. So what I'm seeing here and here is spiritual warfare. When I say spiritual warfare, I mean what's going on inside of them as far as the two females here. What's going on inside of him is right here. He's in his head. This guy is in his head. I don't know how long he's been in his head, but he doesn't, I'm not getting a young man and I'm not getting an old man either. I'd say, what's middle age now? 30s, 40s? I'd say between 30 and 50. Maybe even 35, 45. He has stress. I think the whole decision has him stressed out. This is his right side. He's got the burdens of the world sitting on his shoulder. But he also is having issues in this liver area, the heart area, and the throat chakra. Sorry, it's loud. Something's definitely in flight. Sorry, I'm outside, guys. The throat chakra's blocked. My God, is it's blocked by this angry woman here. She does not want him talking to anyone or anything. The other reason I say that is because I got this up here going. Right there. His heart, I can't tell if his heart is facetious, playing games, or determined and made up its mind. It's definitely angry. Question is it his heart or has he replaced it with something else and let something else take over his heart? That seems to be the question. Definitely got something going on with the liver, possibly drinking too much. Either way, this decision has put the burdens of the world on him because this is the right side. He's having trouble dealing with the fact of possibly moving forward. I don't think he's opposed to moving forward, but I think he is having issues making the decision to move forward. This is change. You can see there's a lot going on down here. It's tiny little faces in here. And the elbow represents directions, expecting directions and accepting, sorry, I couldn't get the word out, new experiences. See, he can't get his words out now. It's like he wants to talk, he wants to say things, but he can't get them out. She's not assimilating the change well. She is not okay with it. She's listening to him on his right side. She's a little upset. On the left side, she's got plenty to say. She's fully locked and loaded and has her own opinions. There's stuff going on in her head. This is her left side here. She's got a lot going on. There's a lot of women talking to her. It's a lot of headspace in the woman. In his head, this is his thoughts. And he's thinking in this direction. I say that because I've got him looking down here. I could easily just be thinking out. So let's get rid of all this chaos for a second. He has two choices, whether he's with one now and looking at another one, or he is trying to decide between two. He's not assimilating the idea of change. His heart is definitely hurt, or he is angry because he made one choice and he's not happy with it. What I do see here with this picture with this woman here is, you see that's him there and that's her there, which means that's his other half. Whether he chose that or not, or whether he regrets his choice and wishes he'd have chosen differently, that is his other half. She looks emotionless, and he looks like he needs her attention. Or maybe they're both emotionless about this, I'm not quite sure. So on this side here, and I'll have to do a close-up of that for you here in a little bit, but this is a mess of people and faces and energy, and this woman obviously runs her mouth and talks, and she has got a whole either community or group of people up in arms about the whole thing. She has everyone in their business. He doesn't seem to have anyone in his business but everyone she has brought into the business, or the mother. This could also be the mother and him thinking and talking about this whole situation. There may be more people involved with the decision, how it will affect other people. That might be part of the problem, but it really looks more like it's going to affect everyone on the mother and this woman's side, not necessarily him. When he thinks about the female aspect and feminine side, he has a little hope and a little happiness, but he's worried. You can see the worry. As far as the right side, he's thinking. He's just deep in thought. He's obviously not happy, or he wouldn't be so deep in thought. Again, here we go. I missed this little guy here. He's not okay with change. He doesn't like change. He likes things to go just how they are. He's not good at assimilating new things, but that might be holding him back from something. So let's see who these two girls are. Let's do that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pull this camera down a little bit. All right, let's look at this woman here. She's very interesting. So, on her right side, she's got this mess of faces. They're not necessarily in her head as much as they are to the right side. I think these are people in her energy field, or trying to get her attention. It's sitting all on her right shoulder though. So it could be a group of people causing the burdens of the world for her on her masculine side, which would be in her masculine energy. It could be her work life, it could be her job, it could be potential love interests, it could be options, either one. She's hiding her feelings in her heart. She's guarding her heart. She has been hurt obviously before and is afraid to let anyone in. On her left shoulder, we saw that I think he is trying to protect her from her. The reason I say that is, you see this lizard, dragon, something, snake. I think it's more of a lizard. The ears are too high. It's sitting on her shoulder. It's like it's protecting her from some type of spiritual attack. So that would tell me that the other female is possibly spiritually attacking her, possibly esoterically, possibly not. I think this is a portrait of the woman physically. I don't know if she looks like this in real life or not, but I think physically this is the fight. You can see here, she's got a gentleman on his knees, hands behind his back, and she's ripping the mask off of him because he's not who he said he was. His heart was not pure, it was not true, his intentions were not good. So that would tell me that all of these are probably options and they're coming in one at a time, and she's ripping masks off, protecting her heart because she's not going to let anyone in unless they have the right intentions. That being said, looks like a bunny rabbit in here. Bunny rabbits, movement forward, movement in different directions. That tells me she's actually open. She's open to what's happening. She's open to giving her heart to someone, but she's going to guard it until it's the right person and the right situation. She's got stuff going down here on her right side, and that right side, it could be the intestines being able to digest the ideas of something. It could also be the appendix area. And if I remember correctly, the appendix is fear, blocking the flow of good in her life. She may be afraid to let the wrong person in because, or maybe they are coming in one by one and she's just not found the right person and she's afraid she won't. That could also be your psoas area, which would be worry about the wrong person. I think that's a big concern for this one. If you come down here, you can see her knees. In her knees here, she's got that little lizardy dragon thing. I'm not sure if they're both that or these are attacks. The ears are the seat of fear and ego. It's possible she's afraid to move forward, and her feminine side is show her feminine energy because the attacks are so heavy. She's not looking forward in this area in her sacral chakra. She's keeping it closed. She's not open to anyone coming in that direction, which tells me she's keeping herself pure. She is a spiritual warrior, taking them off one mask at a time. This could be attacks on her ego also, and her little buddy up here protecting her on different levels. And I'm not saying that's what is actually protecting her, but that's the form it's coming through in the art and the sketching. Very, very interesting take on that one. He definitely is watching her and looking at her. Concerned. She seems to possibly need a little bit of help here. Looks like her hands are completely full. Whether she's got it or not, I don't think she's... Let's see. That's her masculine side. So she's definitely standing in it because she's fighting. She seems to be happy. Her feminine side is tired. She's exhausted. She's not allowed to stand in her feminine energy because there's no one to protect her. She has to do it for herself. All right, let's look at this other cat. So I've seen him covering her, but who is she really? It's hard to tell. Here we go around her throat, one eye shut, one eye open, throat chakra. I think, so the right side is the eye shut. I think she is keeping his right side, his male side, shut down so that he can't speak, talk, or look in a different direction. See how big she's presenting to be? She's coming across spiritually as being a big force. Her elbow, she definitely does not want to assimilate any change. Very stubborn face here. Not okay with anything changing. She's got him on her heart, whether she has it through spiritual practice or through catching him the proper way. And I say that because he's obviously not happy. It is also a burden to her, though, because he's sitting on her left shoulder, which is the burdens of the world. I think it's becoming harder and harder for her to keep his attention. She's got so many people in her energy. It's hard to see who it is. There's a lot of talk, a lot of gossip, a lot of attacks. I think up at the very, very top, I think that's the other girl right there. If you can see that up here. I think it's all about her. And she's angry and she's talking to all of these people about her. Either that or he's protecting her because he's protecting this girl because she's spiritually sending the attacks in. And she, one by one, is pulling off the masks of these people. He seems to have admiration, concern, and I think he's considering, not saying he's with one, he may have a choice to make between two, but he's not protecting her from the other one by not being with her. And he's not protecting her from this one by being with this one. if you look at the energy here pulling off there, see her eyes and her nose and mouth right here. Let me switch hands because, believe it or not, as an artist, I'm not the best artist, and I am not as good with my other hand. You see how is that her true form on the inside? Is that what she really looks? Kind of looks like Quasimodo, doesn't it? Just saying. All right, and let's see if we can get a picture. See, with her even pulling back, her energy seems to be pure. The only goop is these people coming in. I'm not getting too many other characters or pictures off of that. I do see the sadness in her heart. I think she does have a very sad heart. But I think it's protected. She does want to move forward, but I think she's sad at the fact that this is another failed move forward. Another mask pulled off. I think spiritually, she's like, hey, I'm over here. Hello, where are you? Hi. He stays in his head too much. He's just completely in his head. I don't know how long this has been going on or not, but he definitely needs to either take action or let it go. Let her move on. Maybe the fear and ego is holding him back, but I can't see that. His legs are hiding down here. And maybe it's family, maybe it's people, maybe it's this person or thing. I thought this was a child hiding back here until I got closer and I could see the one talking to him, talking to this person. I think that's two women. Again, there's a lot going on here. So I guess the question is, what are you gonna do, buddy? Real love or settle? And that's part of this. I mean, if you look at her again, she's fighting, she's protected. She has some healing to do, but compared to the healing he has to do, and the other thing is her heart is protected. His is wide open and not protected. So either A, he is trying to protect her heart, but he can't do it if he's not with her, not forever. Or she's holding him in her heart, but she can't do that forever. That's not fair to her or to him. That might be the sadness here. Maybe it's time to let go. He's got a lot to heal. And I wonder almost if he's just a people pleaser, doing what everybody else thinks is what needs to be done. Listening to everybody else instead of walking to the beat of his own drum. All right, guys, that's your message today from the sketch, my rendition of my sketch. Hopefully this helps you some. If I see anything else, I'll be back. Oh, wait, hold on. You see this guy here? Yeah. You know, and this might be her. She might not be this old. She might be younger, just has some glasses on. But she's coming across as old, and sometimes beauty's skin deep, and he maybe have taken her mask off. Instead of seeing her as this hot babe, she's turning into this old hag. Not that she's an old hag, but in his eyes she would be. Or it's just a mother figure. I don't think she's ugly. I don't mean to say hag because of that. I'm just saying the perspective, depending on spiritually, if we're looking at this spiritually, what they see and what they don't, or what he sees and what he doesn't. All right, I hope this helped you guys. If I see anything else, I will post an after sip. Thanks. Yep, I already have an after sip, comma. Yeah, and I just said comma, tells you don't talk to text too much. I just noticed his right side appendix area is matching hers. So that would tell me that both of them are having very similar issues with the, sorry, my brain's jumping around right now. They're both having issues down in that area. Maybe it's worry. She may be picking up on his worry, or he may be picking up on her worry because she's standing in her masculine energy, trying to do everything by herself, is what it seems. If it's appendix, they both could be afraid. She may be afraid of getting hurt, and he may be afraid of getting hurt or it not working. But either way, they're both blocking the flow of good in their life, and that can be from possibly not being with each other, or the worry. The worry is causing the good to not be good. So neither one of them, no matter how hard they're fighting or not fighting, is where they're supposed to be or should be. Not that one is blocking the other. The other thing I got is this is just utter chaos over here. Utter chaos. That woman right there, because she was the focal point when I started drawing, and she's got these big old muscles and arms, and it's chaos. And I really think she sent all this chaos to her, and she said, not gonna happen, and it went right back. I don't think she sent it back. But her head's clear. The only thing that's not clear is all these men on the right side. And that might be the chaos that was sent, and you can see it's behind her back on the right side of the shoulder. Yeah, it's causing some trouble, but she's dealing with it one by one. She's just ripping masks off, and yeah, no. But see, as she's ripping that mask off, she's taking that energy, kind of like Pac-Man, and eating it up, and just getting stronger. All right, that's my after sip. Guys, have a great day. Hey guys, one more little after sip. You see this person here at both of their heads, between him and her, coming between. This is an older woman, possibly, or it's this woman. So there's someone that's spiritually keeping these two apart. Not sure what it is. Not happy. They don't want him. So this is him. Whoever this is keeping them apart doesn't want him to see that this is supposed to be. That's the eye. See the eye, the nose, the mouth. They don't want him to see what should be. That's what's blinding him and hiding in his eye. The extra eye there. They purposely are blocking that. Either that or he's finally seeing it. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting little blurb right there. All right, guys. Now enjoy your day.